The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Slide.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And a good start on the ground. He gets 8 on the game's opener. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. He'll go again with Hall. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. It was 3rd and 5, and they picked up 7.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, New York.
Here we go, Slide. Green light. Slide.
They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Moving to his right, and he will slide at the end, giving about 5. And now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. Taken at about the 6. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30.
Is sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Smith.
You know they gave up that last completion, Mike. That's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
On the return is Jones. Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. He's putting together. Off the play action, here's Fields. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, Slide.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
They will run it over center with Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down.
The ball's out, and it is recovered by the Bengals. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Don't jump. Ready?
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, a loose football. The Bengals have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, like, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind it?
They go play action with Fields. I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on first and second. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And we will not see a return on this one.
Here we go.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Trey Hendrickson. He gets in for an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Fields now. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete.
the offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before.
Here we go.
Play action now for Fields. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with to throw is Fields. The ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. Well, the ball comes out and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team...
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. And a
Here we go,
just first down.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Fields. Oh, a loose football. And it looks like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it. And they did, so they beat the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you...
Here we go.
1st down. Fields. This one caught by Lazard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 36-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's hit behind the line. is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Fields operating out of the pistol. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Here we go,
Bengals 39-yard line.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
Here we go.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion.
Right.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9.
From the 22 now, here's second and 1. Another run here with Hall. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
A gain of 5. First down, Jets.
Again, here's Hall. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
On the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. In motion comes Lazard. Fields to throw. He's got his big tight end. Dart.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short game. From 31, here's second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Now Fields. The second down throw is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down. Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He'll return it from the 11. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30. Out comes Joe Burrow.
Here we go.
He'll get this out to the left side. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
The offense retains possession.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Trey Hendrickson bursting in for yet another sack. His guys now have 11 for the game.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Taylor. It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
It's a gain of 11.
Here we go, Jack.
And it's third.
Here's Taylor. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Check.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This will be from 42 yards out. And they block the kick. Oh, big hole left side. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, those are the momentum swings they get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, like, the players are constantly reminded.
Throwing, Taylor. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. To throw is Taylor. That's caught by Smith on the right side. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. He'll get this out wide, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard
Back
line.
to throw is Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Taylor looking to throw. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Out comes... One in the win column for the Bengals. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.